Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and this video is on transformations. Here we have the rules of transformations, and first if we look at the transformations in the x direction, anything that is inside the bracket affects the graph in the x direction. And here we've got plus a and minus a. However, it does the opposite to what you would think. So if a was 4 and we had fx plus 4, our graph is actually going to move 4 to the left. Whereas if we had fx minus 4, our graph is going to move 4 to the right. And then when we reflect it in the y-axis. So anything that says f and then minus x in the brackets, it's reflecting in the y-axis. Then if we look at our transformations in the y direction, they're always outside the bracket. And they do what you'd expect. So when it says y equals fx plus a, for example, if you had fx plus 6, that's going to move 6 units up. And if it had fx minus 6, that's going to move 6 units down. And now if it had a minus outside, so if it was y equals minus fx, that's going to reflect in the x-axis. Our first problem, and it says the diagram shows the sketch of the curve y equals fx. On the same axis, sketch the curve y equals fx plus 3. So this one here that they've already got on there is y equals fx. And now they want us to sketch y equals fx plus 3. And it's inside the brackets, so we know that's going to affect the x direction. And it says plus 3, and it does the opposite to what we'd expect, so we need to move it 3 to the left. So when we do that, if it crosses at 0, 0, we now want its minimum point at minus 3, 0. And then we can just sketch it in exactly the same shape, it's just moved 3 to the left. So then when we sketch it, we need to make sure its minimum point is at minus 3, 0, and it has roughly the same shape. So here we have our second problem, and it says the diagram shows a sketch of the curve y equals fx. On the same axis, sketch the curves y equals minus fx. Now the minus is outside the bracket, so we know that's going to affect the y. It's going to be a change in the y direction. And the minus outside on our first slide showed that it was a reflection in the x-axis. So when we reflect this in the x-axis, what we want to do is imagine we have a mirror along this axis here. So it's literally just going to flip upside down. And when we flip it, we need to make sure its minimum point becomes its maximum point, but it's in the same area. So here, where it's 0, 0, that's going to be the new maximum point. And it's going to follow the same, it's going to have the same look. So then when we sketch it, we need to follow the same curvature, and it needs to have a maximum point of 0, 0. And that's it reflected in the x-axis. So this one up here is y equals fx, and this one down here is y equals minus fx. So here we have our third problem, and it says the diagram shows a sketch of the curve y equals fx. On the same axis, sketch the curve y equals fx minus 6. Now what it's asking us to do is outside the bracket, so we know that's going to affect in the y direction. And it says minus 6, so that's going to move 6 down. So our minimum point of our original curve is at 0, 0. And we're moving minus 6, we're moving down by 6, so we're taking away 6. So that means our new minimum point is going to be at minus 6, 0. And that's going to be this point here. So if we cross that point, we literally just want to shift it down. So we want it to have the same look. And then if we sketch it, we're going to have the same feel about it, the same look. It's just going to be moved down by 6 in the y direction. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe and comment down below any topics you'd like me to make a video on. Also be sure to check out my social medias, which are all in the description box below.